I didn't want to be blind and broke. I quit my dream job because I am unblinded and I see the truth.
Sean is a master. It's about making sure that we learn.
I've never seen something quite this impressive.
You're changing lives and having such an enormous impact.
You got what I have, right? That gene of we're gonna win despite.
That is one wickedly smart and wonderfully good man.
Be able to produce the kind of results that are possible that I hear about with this program.
Thank you for the magic of this weekend. Thank you for helping us reimagine all negative connections.
He is the greatest trial attorney and strategist in the country.
Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy.
Brought by our dear friend of mine, Sean Callagy.
You keep up the great work as well. You're doing amazing things. Great job.
Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You're a living example of that, and that inspires me.
Your voice must be heard.
Every single energy can be learned. It can be mastered.
I mean, this is the gift that keeps on giving, just even sitting here.
This is fantastic, positive, productive, wonderful.
Bella is like better than a cup of coffee. She is better than I'm all about energy.
Blinded! What is your profession?
I think it's such an amazing community of healthy individuals with zero jealousy, zero negativity, just designed to help each other succeed.
And she is a two-time, soon-to-be three-time published author who in 2023 publicly battled and defeated cancer.
The reincarnation of I Love Lucy, co-host of Art of Influence, the one, the only, Bella Varita.
I'm just happy that I came here. He's really happy that I came.
You are blinded, you are a G-head. If you know that, say yes! Yes!
I should sign up for one of your seminars, one of your programs, you know?
Yeah.
This unison yes thing. Yes, I got to get on it.
And this man is one of the greatest leaders in our country. God bless everyone.
Do you think that worked? Bella Varita, I do think that worked. It is Dr. James Prudien and best part of influence. Is a crazy day, and I just laughed out loud because I heard in Bella Varita screaming. So it was I actually spit out my toothpaste as I was getting ready to come on Bella Varita. So that is a classic moment.
Well, what is so funny about that, Sean, is you were screaming that so loud that Zoom completely muted you. So nobody else even heard that. You went completely silent on the Zoom end when you just tried to imitate that. So that's pretty funny. And then your camera lens thing is also closed.
Are we on now?
You are on. You're live. We see the moneymaker.
There we go. So thank you, James, Beth, everybody for being here. What is your profession? Yes. Okay. So Bella Varita, we're having some fun. Who's here?
We definitely have some extraordinary people here today. Sean Callagy for James Prudien and Beth O'Reilly's Heart of Influence. And I am going to introduce these extraordinary folks here today. And first, coming from New Jersey, practice administrator and upright medical in neurosurgery, direct operations, growth, and cross-team execution with precision and patient-first integrity. 5 years in healthcare leadership, stewarding practice evolution, and identifying operational bottlenecks within billing, growth, and complex medical environments. Legacy-driven leader, exploring and advancing systems for scaling efficiency, open to medical revenue recovery opportunities. Let's welcome to the show, Tyler Ornstein.
Tyler, warm welcome to James and Beth's Heart of Influence. And Tyler, Plato, the Greek philosopher, I think he was a friend of James, Beth, and Bella's, said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. So we kicked this game off with a fun fact. It's a headline, not a story. Bella's got her gong show, gong, Chuck Barris style, if we get a little bit long, but it's a headline that might demonstrate something adventurous or something you're proud of or something that's heartfelt or crazy or funny or silly. anything that would make us say, no way? So yes, please. What's your
Yeah,
headline?
of course. My fun fact is my side job / passion is I'm a lacrosse coach on the side. So
Beautiful.
coach collegiately, and now just trying to give back and coach some club sports until my
Very
son's
cool.
old.
And where'd you coach in college?
I coach at Moravian College, now University in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Yes. Ron McCucci, my high school baseball teammate from Emerson High School, played outfield at Moravian back in 1987, 88, 89, and 90. How's that, Bill?
That's good. Yeah, they're still good at baseball.
Bella Vrita, my memory. So let's go get it. Yeah. Warm welcome to the party, Bella Vrita. We have, and what were the Moravian? What were they called?
The Greyhound.
We have a Greyhound in the building, Bella Vrita. A Greyhound. They run
Greyhound
fast. Go, Bella.
in the building. A Greyhound is in the building and running with this Greyhound from living between Maui, Hawaii, and the great state of New Jersey, seasoned chiropractor and healthcare professional with decades on-hand practice offering calm, grounded leadership informed by real-world experience and deep respect. Has service-driven presence in healthcare conversations around contribution and sustainable value creation, helping people move forward with clarity and trust. Energized by collaborative communities and authentic connections, approaching opportunities with integrity, curiosity, sincere commitment to learning and service. Let's welcome to the show, Steve Tusk.
Steve, what is it like commuting from Maui to New Jersey? And your headline fun fact.
Yes, it has its pros and cons. Fun fact is, you said talk about something you're proud of. So I was a long distance cyclist, used to race local races, mountain bike, road bike, and it got me in condition to be able to go to Israel and Jordan as fundraising to help wounded soldiers recover and get their prosthetic arms and legs so that they could get back trying to do the things they used to do, rowing, cycling, running, walking, and just being able to get into the old city of Jerusalem, et cetera, just phenomenal. But to be with these people who were just so passionate about returning to what they could do before they were injured was just something I'm probably the most proud of in my life. Having
Steve,
done
that
that.
sounds like something certainly to be incredibly proud of. Thanks for your commitment, your heart, your resilience, persistence, all of it. Bill Steve's in the house. He helps bring people back to the core of their being. Who else is here to join Steve?
Bringing people back to the core of their being. That is impressive for sure. And who else is rolling with them from Tampa, Florida? Retired law enforcement professional with 20 years in policing, emergency response, and public safety operations, now strengthening organizations through integrity-driven leadership. National instructor teaching emergency management, policing coursework, and for 4 universities, reaching students across the country through online platforms with excellence. Former mixed martial arts competitor and co-owner of firm specializing in background checks, legal planning, safety training, and security asset management. Let's welcome to the show, Dr. Thomas Shea.
Thank you.
Dr. Thomas, how shall we refer to you today?
Tom or Tommy's fine.
All right, what do you prefer?
Whenever my kids hear Dr. Thomas Shea, they roll their eyes because I have a doctorate in security. So they're like, you don't help anybody. What are you doing? Doctor and stuff.
Do you prefer Tom or Tommy?
Either one. Tom's fine.
Awesome, Tom. Thanks for being here. Headline, fun fact for sure, because we certainly don't want to make your children roll their eyes. I get enough of that in my own life. So yes, please.
Headline?
Yes. Headline, fun fact.
Only because it was so impactful and it's just the first thing that popped in my head. Nomadic world travel. I traveled around the world for a year from 2023 to 2024.
Oh, dude, amazing. And if you could go to any country tomorrow, time stops, nothing's happening, go anywhere tomorrow, what country would you go to, Tom?
Easy. New Zealand.
Oh.
It's a magical, incredible place. I mean, there's incredible parts about all countries, but New Zealand overall, every turn you make, you're just like, wow, Iceland and Scotland.
Nice. We got 3 places, Bella Vrita. We're going to New Zealand, Iceland, Scotland. Tom's here. And by the way, fun footnote, which Tom may know and everybody know, one of the few places in the world where you can assuredly still go great white shark diving, because Australia and South Africa have had massive disruptions to their great white populations. And great white shark diving is in fact New Zealand. Our co-founder Unblinded went there actually this year. Bella Verita, over to you.
That is fun. Welcome, Tom, to the Heart of Influence. And next up from Los Angeles, California, co-founder and principal of Symbiotic Capital and Life Science Finance, helping emerging biotechs and medtech companies access growth capital with disciplined strategy, steered over $600 million in credit financing towards transformative science, bridging scientific vision with rigorous analysis across lab and boardroom. Former institutional investor and prospective advisor and Rutgers University finance graduate, champion authentic long-term partnerships over transactional deals with innovators. Let's welcome to the show, Randy Gasick.
Randy, welcome to James and Beth's Heart of Influence. Please, Randy, your headline, fun fact.
Can't hear you, Rand. Can't hear you, Rand.
All right, one more time. I was going to
There
say,
you go. You're good.
I'm Dr. James Prudian's nephew. I've been to New Zealand like Tom, but my real fun fact is I'm a new dad. We had our first baby daughter in September of last year.
That is amazing. Congratulations. And it is not often that we have two people who've been to New Zealand on the same Heart of Influence. Yeah, only on Dr. James Prudian and Beth O'Reilly's Heart of Influence. Bella Verita, New Zealand is in the building. New fatherhood is present. Come on.
It is present. Welcome, Randy, and to the show, and your new daughter to the world. And rolling next from Oceanport, New Jersey, founder of Olive and Oak, building community-centered grab-and-go cafe near Netflix studio in New Jersey, transforms charcuterie into fresh food experience while elevating local markets and emerging brands through intentional partnership and visibility. Mission-driven, service-oriented, using her business to give back to first responders and create lasting community project. Let's welcome to the show, Felicia Ashitano.
Felicia, warm welcome to Beth and Dr. James Prudian's Heart of Influence. And please, your headline, fun fact.
Thank you so much for having me. A fun fact is that when I was in high school, I was awarded a Congressional Gold Medal for volunteering and personal growth.
Wow, congratulations. That is an incredible accomplishment ever in life, let alone high school. So really beautiful work. And Felicia, are you ready? This may not be quite receiving a Congressional Gold Medal, but we'll have a little bit of fun. Are you ready?
I'm so excited to be here.
All right, let's go get it. We have a Congressional Medal winner, Bella Verita. Come on. I should give you a Congressional Medal. I should give you one for dealing with me.
Yes, that is true. I definitely should. What would be like next? The Congressional Medal, like Platinum Medal, because there's definitely got to be something past the gold since we're coming towards the end of the Olympics here. But I couldn't agree more. But everybody knows that I am the perfect angel, and you're so blessed to put up with me. Next up, rolling with Felicia. From Palm City, Florida, multimedia journalist and photographer with nearly 6 years at Fox News and Fox Business, managing editorial content, social media, and website operations across platforms. Former White House photographer intern in 2019 who met the president and world leaders, then leveraged that experience to secure positions at Fox News in New York. Communication graduate from Southeastern University, now entering commercial real estate in South Florida, bringing fresh perspective, entrepreneurial energy, and a passion for photography, history, and networking. Let's welcome to the show, Josh Cummings.
Thank you for having me.
Josh, warm welcome to Dr. James and Beth's Heart of Influence. Please, your headline, fun fact.
Yes, I'm actually currently a producer for the Dan Bongino podcast show as of last month. So a fun fact of mine, thank you. So a fun fact of mine is I've owned a photography business for over 10 years. So it's always been a side hustle of mine that I want to apply it and, make some money.
favorite picture you've ever taken?
I'm sorry?
What is your favorite picture that you've ever taken? Photo. Your
Favorite picture. Favorite picture. Man, that's a hard one. I've been all around the world. I've been to Italy. I've been to Australia, close to New Zealand. But I'd say probably the president. I've been in the same room. I've taken some pretty incredible photos, but probably the president.
Very cool. Bella Vreda. We got some cool people here. You're cool. James and Beth are cool. I'm not, but I try. Bella Vreda, back to you.
Yeah, I'm going with it's all Beth and James that are cool here today. And speaking of them, Sean Callagy, I'm going to introduce one of our producers here today from Middleton in New Jersey, multifaceted professional with a passion for real connection, authentic influence and business transformation, known for helping individuals and teams unlock clarity, confidence, and measurable growth through purpose-driven communication, brings dynamic energy, insight, and commitment to creating spaces where professionals flourish and evolve together. Let's welcome to the show, Beth O'Reilly.
Thank you, Bella. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be with everyone. My fun fact is when I was younger, a few decades ago, I wanted to help rescue dogs. So I started fostering dogs and I couldn't give them up once I had them. So when I wound up with 6 dogs, I realized that fostering was not my forte.
Yes, turning fostering into a beautiful, loving adoption assembly line. Great job, Beth, for sure. And this is a growth-driven, heart-centered, integrous woman committed to mastery. We call it a GHIC around these places. Beth, are you ready to go today?
Ready. Thank you.
Let's go. Bella Vreda, GHIC Beth. Now GHIC, the other guy. Let's go.
Now GHIC, the other guy from Red Bank, New Jersey, visionary health leader committed to redefining wellness through integrative, patient-centered innovation and education, known for connecting purpose with practice, inspiring teams to create impact beyond the traditional model of care, dedicated to collaboration, community, and empowering others to live healthier, more fulfilling lives. Let's welcome to his show, Dr. James Prudien.
Dr. James Prudien, I have known this GHIC, such a heart-centered leader, for 29 short years, brother. It is an honor and privilege as always.
Always an honor, bro. Always an honor.
Headline fun fact, please, James. What's on your
I
heart?
could go one or two ways here. Headline is just I'm overwhelmed. I really am. I was going to say something else, but the people that are on today's Heart of Influence are just I'm just overflowing. It's amazing how many deep relationships that are in this room. Josh, I'm gonna have to call on you to tell a story here. It's a quick story. Josh's dad, his name was Bruce, who passed away years ago, was a dear friend of mine. And Josh and his brother, I've known since they were born. And the relationships in this room, I just think of Bruce right now as I look at Josh as this grown man doing so well down in Florida and working on so many amazing platforms that I had something else to say, but that just hit my heart. And you know me, Sean, I speak from the heart. That I'm just sort of blown away as to who's on the show right now.
Recording in progress.
Oh, that's interesting. Appreciate that, James. Feel it in the heart, as always, my brother.
But I will give you a quick headline. I'll make a fun one too.
Yes.
And this is for you. For those, Sean was an elite baseball player. I was not. Sean, when I was in Little League, I was up 30 times. I barely got the bat, but I got 30. I walked 27. I figured I'd share that with you.
Dude, you are a rock star. I mean, baseball is about getting on base. How are you not in the big nine? That's a 900 OBP for on base percentage.
It's good being short for a couple of things.
The man, not only is he great at healthcare, inspiration, leadership, public speaking, but he also has the highest Little League on base percentage, Bella Vreda, of anyone I've ever heard of. Congratulations, Dr. James Prudien. That's higher than my on base percentage. Come on. So, Bella, oh yeah, I'm going to introduce the woman that's been doing the introducing. So this woman started her career in influence as an 8-year-old selling crafts on her parents' front lawn. She progressed by the age of 19 to put 3 words that don't go together together. What are those words? Teenager, network marketing, drumroll please. $1 million business, 7 figures. No way. Only with this one. Then at 24, 25, 26, she's three-peating like Michael Jordan, except not in hoops as we pass the NBA All-Star game, but instead in the male-dominated industry of business brokerage in a crazy state called Nevada. She was Nevada's #1 business broker at 24, 25, 26 years old, 3 times in a row. She was the first woman ever to do it. And take this dude's, the youngest person, male or female, to be Nevada's #1 business broker, and 24, 25, and 26 years old. I think she's like 27 now. She progressed to being somebody that trained the big guys and gals. After that, at Fortune 500 companies in all kinds of things and entrepreneurs. In fact, in 2019, all of the sales teams that Bella Verita worked with doubled their sales. She is a skier, surfer, scuba diver, adventurer. She learned it from a blind man. I think this weekend she told me it was YouTube. Then she was also a philanthropist, raising $10 million with the Unblinded team for all kinds of different charities. And she was a 2-time, about to be 3-time published author who in 2023 publicly battled and defeated cancer. Let's welcome to Dr. James Prudien and Beth O'Reilly's Heart of Influence, the woman that put the heart in it in her 2000th plus episode. 2000th 2000th episode of the Heart of Influence. 9,000 plus people have been on the show. The one, the only Heart of Influence, Bella Verita.
So, Sean, everybody, I think I'm going to share a fun fact about Dr.
Hold on a
James.
second.
Yes.
I want to hear the first 3 words tonally out of your mouth. I am clear that there is a direct correlation between your joyfulness and you and I being on the Heart of Influence. Back to you, Bella.
Got it. Well, that is definitely true. I'm going to go with the fun fact that Dr. James Prudien nearly saved my leg from needing to be amputated because I had these like red splotches. I called Sean. He's like, go to the emergency room. They're probably going to have to cut off your leg. Do it right now. I might be exaggerating that a little bit. I sent pictures to Dr. James Prudien, and he's like, yeah, did you put ice directly on your skin? Yes, I did. Did you leave it on for more than 20 minutes? Yes, I did. Yeah, you probably got frostbite. You're going to be just fine. Just put some ointment on it, and you'll be just fine. And now about 48 hours, my leg has been saved. I did not have to have my leg amputated. I don't have some kind of disease running through my leg. I just left ice on too long that I will not do that again. So that's my fun fact for today, Sean Callagy.
Another life saved by Dr. James Prudien and another moment by Bella Verita. Back to you.
Yes, that is very, very true. I thought, because I see Sean put ice directly on his body all the time. I'm like, if he can do it, I can do it. That is not necessarily true. He is much more of an athlete than me. And let me introduce this athlete, the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Bet Keat at body surfing competitions, and he's only one of 2 attorneys to have 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016. And in fact, his Callagy Law part of the Callagy recovery part of Callagy Law has collected nearly $1 billion on behalf of medical providers. About to be the first self-funded billionaire unicorn founder, #1 business podcast. Let's welcome to the show, the one, the LA, Sean Callagy.
Thank you, Bella Verita. Much appreciation. And here's my headline fun fact. Dr. James Prudien and I have seen Bruce Springsteen together close to 10 times, including with Bella Verita. And one of those times, which was my favorite after being there with Bella and Dr. James Prudien, of course, was when James and I were there and we were going completely insane. I think it was during 10th Avenue Freeze Out. I can't be positive. And we were standing on top of our chair, and James slipped, his leg got stuck in the chair, and he would not stop for the rest of the show. I didn't even know it was stuck, with his leg stuck in the chair for multiple songs, singing, going crazy. We were shirtless. We cleared out the row in front of us of people, including my brother-in-law, by the way, who still has never liked me since, I think. Thanks to Dr. James Prudien and I there that night. And James the next day woke up with a black and blue from his ankle bone up to his knee. So he also almost had his leg amputated because of our night at the Bruce Springsteen concert. Bella Verita is my headline fun fact.
That is a super headline fun fact. And I can't remember, is that the same show that Dr. James Prudien decided to get on the subway and then not get off at his stop and not make it home till 4 o'clock in the morning? Is that the same show, Dr. James Prudien?
Yes, it would be. I ended up in Trenton, New Jersey, as opposed to Redneck. And a nice gentleman by the name of Rosie cost me $110 ride home in his Cadillac.
Yes, and of course, Rosalita is one of Bruce Springsteen's great songs. So James meets a driver named Rosie, who was meant to be in the story for sure, which is why Stacy, James's wife, I think loves me, but at least raises an eyebrow every once in a while because these nights happen when James is with me. Bella Verita, where are we going?
We are going to kick this off with a couple role plays, Sean, and I have brought Athena into the conversation to set up some role plays for us. Are you ready to hear what Athena has to say?
Who? What? Sure.
So Athena is our ACTI agent that we have working behind the screen. So if you are up for it, Randy and Josh will be our first two participants in a role play. And what Athena says is the reason that it makes sense for you guys to have an ecosystem merger is because Randy, you obviously work with biotech companies, and Josh has 6 years at Fox News, White House photography experience, multimedia mastery. And so Randy, your biotech founders could use some of Josh's media presence. So Josh, are you up for going from hello to yes with Randy to have a possible longer conversation about an ecosystem merger?
Sure, let's do it.
All right. So you have 3 minutes. Sean, do you want to explain how long and everything? You want me to do that?
Yeah, you get 3 minutes, and this is going from hello to yes. We're not looking for pitching, hooking, closing. We're looking for what does it look like when integrous people come together and a yes should actually happen. We know the only human attainable superpower in our leadership, management, recruitment, marketing, selling, fundraising, everything happens after one word. And of course, that word is yes. So it doesn't have to be a yes to a sale. It could be just a yes to an additional conversation of any kind and sort. But I guess we've decided with Athena what that is. So Bella Verita, back to you.
Yes. So Josh and Randy, are you up for this role play?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, let's do it. So Josh, take us in.
Hey, Randy. So, obviously you are a professional in the biotech industry, and with my background and my experience in the multimedia industry, we've tapped into the AI world. We've tapped into a whole vast majority of just different ways we can reach so many more people. And through my industry with media and the large audience and just the amount of eyeballs that we get, I'd love to help you out.
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, I think what something could be interesting is you probably see a lot of different types of companies, not just in biotech, but in life sciences too. And those are the companies that we invest in or we lend money to. So it seems like you're kind of trafficking in the same network of groups that might be good candidates for our fund.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've, we have audiences of all different types. We put advertisements out for all different companies. So one of the things that we do currently on my show that I produce is that we put 4 advertisements out each show, and we have a long-term contract with each advertiser, and we produce, our show, and we basically reach an audience of 80,000+ people. And we'd love to promote you guys.
Yeah. And now, do you promote more like the individual companies, or would you promoting like our company, which we're basically, seeking borrowers basically in the life sciences space, whether it's biotech or medical devices or diagnostics companies. It's broad. It's like basically anything in healthcare is something that we could potentially, invest in.
We promote everybody. We promote individual companies. We promote everything from nutrition to sleep to I mean, you name it. We promote coffee companies. The list is endless. So if you guys need just if you guys need an extra pair of eyeballs and we can get you out there, we'll do the best we can. I'd love to come up with a number and get you guys started.
Yeah, that sounds great. And then maybe last idea I have is some of our companies are a little bit more direct to consumer heavy across nutrition. You mentioned nutrition, wellness, things like that. I think they're doing, their own marketing spending, but they could definitely benefit from having another channel that they're, not doing already.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, we would love to have a vast we would love to have a variety of different companies. We don't promote multiple companies from the exact same source. So we have a variety of companies, and again, we'd like to add you guys into the mix.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, let's do it. That's a welcome introduction.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Yes has been sought after and got Sean Callagy between Josh and Randy ecosystem merging all over the place.
Yes, Josh and Randy, outstanding. And we'll get to the feedbackers in a bit. Belvrita, who is following up Josh and Randy.
Following up Josh and Randy, Athena suggests Felicia and Steve, since Steve has been in the chiropractic industry, and Felicia is passionate about serving the community through food experiences. So Athena says, Felicia, you going from Hello to Yes with Steve to cater a next community event of Steve's. How does that resonate for you or not?
Sounds great.
Steve, are you up for this role play with Felicia? Just unmute for us, Steve. Nope, we can't hear you. He's going to hit the unmute button. All right, since Steve is looking for the unmute button, how about we do the same scenario with Tyler? Tyler, you want to run a community event, and Felicia would like to cater your event. How does that resonate?
Yeah, of course. That sounds phenomenal. We actually have a lot of Monmouth County exposure. We work with tons of different practices, doctors, and we host a lot of events at restaurants, surely networking events, as well as bringing food and exposure into those offices as well. So if there is a doctor's office that we're trying to host a lunch for, and we've had some exposure, one of the most important things is picking the right food, picking the right.
Well, Taylor, let's do this. That is absolutely great news and great context. So Felicia, with that context, you're going to get to go from Hello to Yes with Tyler to possibly sit down and have a longer conversation about catering his next event.
Sounds great.
Take us in.
So hi, Tyler. Thank you so much for reaching out. I'll give you a little bit of a rundown on Olive and Oak. Olive and Oak started out as a charcuterie business that has transformed into catering as well. And I am currently in the process of opening up what I call a cafe concept, because it's also going to have grab and go options, things like salads, sandwiches, wraps, as well as coffees, matchas, stuff like that. But the good news is that I call Olive and Oak the heart of every gathering. That's our slogan, because something that's important to Olive and Oak is making sure that your event is fully customized and perfect. So I know that you mentioned that you love to cater for different doctors' offices and stuff like that. So the perfect thing about Olive and Oak is that we have fully customizable experiences that we are able to give to your clients. So for example, our charcuterie boards themselves are able to be engraved, so they can have your company logo on them or something specific that you're looking for that the company can keep and always resonate with you. So I'd love to know a little bit more about some of the different customers that you have, your base clients, and then if you're looking to donate to a specific doctor's office or something like that, more information on that.
Yeah, of course, definitely. And how about the in-restaurant experience? So we host we obviously like to meet and break bread and discuss working more closely together. I know you're either just opened or opening a brick and mortar facility. So where's that located? And tell me a little bit about what we would expect coming for a lunch or a dinner.
Yeah, definitely. So, Olive and Oak will be open coming next month, and it'll be open in Oceanport, New Jersey, in the new Riverwalk Center. So it's a great space. The store itself can fit probably up to about 25 people, but if you're looking for a larger crowd, we have a partnership with a local business next door that is open to hosting larger events as well, or we can come in and cater your experience fully for you. So we could do things like grazing tables and then have customized signage and match any theme or event. So it's perfect because we're good for large events like that, bring people in, but we're also good for bringing the experience directly to the customer, which is why we're the heart of every gathering.
That sounds excellent. And what's the average catering size you do? Is it like super wide ranging, or do you have a preference?
So we do all sizes. I've done things as small as 1 people. We do single boxes. So we do single boxes for fundraising events, things like Mother's Day or Father's Day. We'll partner with local schools and give back a portion of all the proceeds to the school district. But then I've done large events. I've catered for the cast of Stranger Things and The Vampire Diaries. So I have former experience with larger scale productions and things like that. But it's perfect because I've done small spreads, again, 1 person, and I've done spreads for up to 200, 300 people. So
And you'd be able to come up to throughout New Jersey. We host a lot
Yeah.
of things, especially those lunches in like unfortunately, like Hudson County. So that would be a phenomenal experience opportunity. And when everybody goes, to their beach, their shore house, now they could visit you on the way down. So I think
Yeah,
it
definitely.
really comes full circle for sure.
Perfect. Sounds good. Yeah, we deliver all over New Jersey and New York City as well.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Awesome. Great job, Felicia. Great job, Tyler. And now we get to the feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. Judges, we're going to give 30 seconds of feedback to either Josh or Felicia, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then what's 1 word on how they left you feeling. So let's start with Steve. Steve, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Josh, please?
I thought he asked all the right questions, and I thought Felicia answered them so well in a nice, pleasant way, and her personality shines through as being able to do what she said she could do. And I think she will be successful when that store opens next month.
Beautiful. And what's 1 word on how Josh left you feeling, Steve?
He gave me the impression that he is very knowledgeable and experienced.
Beautiful.
2 words.
2 words. Thank you for that, Steve. And let's go, Tom. Tom, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Felicia, please?
Well, she seemed confident, and that's kind of a big deal. My wife and I both are pretty much entrepreneurs, and I told her when she started forming her business down in Florida, like she needed to sound more confident in what she did, and she's an expert in what she did. And it's pretty obvious that when I was listening to her, that she knows what she's talking about. And that automatically sells to anybody. I mean, if you know what you're talking about, you have somebody looking for a product or a service, and they're talking to someone who knows what they're talking about, the confidence is evident. It's authentic.
And 1 word of how you were feeling.
Comfortable. If I was considering this, I'd be comfortable with what she was saying. I'd obviously have some follow-up questions, but.
All right, Bella Rita.
Beautiful. Thank you for that, Tom. And let's go, Beth O'Reilly. Beth, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Josh?
Josh did a great job. I think he was knowledgeable and was able to go into depth as to what they could do for Randy and the level of commitment they have on the shows and introducing him to people that would be an ecosystem for him.
Beautiful. And what's your 1 word, Beth?
Engaged.
Engaged, Sean. Engaged. And let's go, Dr. James Prudian. How about your 30 seconds of feedback for your friend Felicia, please?
30 seconds of feedback for Felicia is that she never, ever is not impressive. Whenever she speaks as a young person, as somebody who is so authentically real, that I am always drawn to her mastery of communication in an authentic way, because that's the kind of communication that I resonate with. I want to go to a store tomorrow and spend money, period, because it just is so inviting. And that would be my word about Felicia. She's an inviting person.
Beautiful. Thank you, Dr. James Prudian. Bell of Rita, I think it is that time.
Yes. Speaking of inviting, Dr. James Prudian, we're going to invite Sean into a role play that he has no idea about, because I've been working up with Athena to create a role play. Unless Dr. James or Beth, if you have a role that you would like to see Sean do as a reverse role play for anyone on your show, or any scenarios that you have thought of. So Dr. James, Beth, do you guys have a scenario, or do you want me to set one up from Athena?
You know, I would love to hear from Athena. I would love to hear Athena put Sean, and for the people on this call who don't know who Athena is, Athena's the only person that can challenge him. So let Athena challenge him.
I agree. Totally agree.
Perfect. Okay, so what Athena, our Acti agent, has come up with is that Sean would role play Steve going from Hello to Yes with Dr. Thomas. So Steve the chiropractor going from Hello to Yes with Dr. Thomas at the retired law enforcement emergency management instructor. And the yes that Sean would be seeking on behalf of Dr. Steve is that Thomas now includes tactical spining alignment protocols into his emergency management curriculum, arguing that first responders can't perform optimally in crisis if their C1 and C2 vertebrae are misaligned. So how do you guys feel about that role play? Sean playing Steve, going from Hello to Yes with Dr. Tom.
I find it to be fascinating because I'm just staring at Dr. Tom right now.
It's not like we haven't done this before.
If there's ever a role play that you could have set up, it's that one. And I'm going to grab some popcorn and go on mute.
So Bella, the yes is?
So the yes is you are playing the chiropractor Steve, and you're going to go from Hello to Yes with Dr. Tom to incorporate a tactical spining alignment protocol into your emergency curriculum service, because first responders cannot operate properly and optimally in crisis if their C1 and C2 vertebrae are misaligned.
Okay. So I'm Steve, and I'm putting this in with Tyler into his protocol. Tell me one more time.
Thomas. Yeah, Thomas. So Thomas is law enforcement who is teaching emergency management curriculum. And so you want to be included in the curriculum for spinal adjustments.
And because what about C1 and C2?
Because first responders, they can't operate optimally if they're misaligned. They're all out of whack. They need to have adjustments. It's part of the protocol.
Got it. Okay. So, hello, is Dr. Steve available?
Dr. Tom, you're Dr. Steve.
Okay. Hi. I'm sorry. Is Dr. Tom available?
Yeah, this is Tom.
Hey, shall I refer to you, Tom?
Yeah.
This is Dr. Steve. We had a 3-minute
Sure,
conversation
Tom.
scheduled today. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So my quick question is, what prompted you in the first place to set up this conversation? I know how busy you are. There are a lot of things going on, but why did you even accept this conversation with me in the first place? I'm super grateful, Tom. But what was the why behind it?
Well, I think we know about all the problems in policing and what happens to police officers, and they don't really treat themselves well, either physically, emotionally, social emotionally, but especially physically. And I find that a lot of them end up getting a lot of surgeries. You have a lot of unbalanced weight on your uniform, and you're doing a lot of crazy physical things, and it wreaks havoc on your orthopedic system.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thanks so much for caring. Thanks for doing what you do. And can I ask you this? I'm hearing the problem, but what's the why behind it for you? Why does that matter to you? It's beautiful. I can feel in your heart. But why do you do what you do for these folks? And what's kind of the ultimate mission, vision, purpose for you, Tom?
That's a great question, because I want them to have a better quality of life when they retire.
Mhm.
And I see that a lot of them don't. I mean, for multiple different reasons, but definitely their hips and backs tend to give out around my age now. And if I can go back in time and try to implore some of these guys to get into more of a wellness program, I would definitely encourage that. And I do that now when I talk to younger cops in these classes that I teach.
Beautiful. Well, Tom, from that place in our final minute or so, can I share a couple quick things that may or may not resonate with you?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, thanks so much again for the opportunity. And what my life is about freeing people from the challenges that you're talking about, because you and I seem to be quite aligned on the reality that people in pain and suffering do not lead obviously optimal lives. So my work as a chiropractor, and I'm not just any chiropractor, I have decades of experience, thousands and thousands of patients that have learned not only from the protocols of my adjustments, but also from an outside mechanism I talked about in terms of nutrition, supplements, and mindset work on how they could lead the most enjoyable, happy, not only pain-free lives, but also lives of joy, passion, and integrity. So simply put, what I'd love to do is see if you have a 30-minute window. We could do it by Zoom, or if you had a longer time period, I'd love to go out to lunch to talk about how some of these protocols could potentially fit into everything you're doing for folks. And it's not just like, hey, get adjusted, like, hey, not the typical holistic line of conversation, but I have a unique way of like leaning in with my protocols for how people can truly embrace this and put this into their life. So simply put, Tom, thank you for these 3 minutes you gave me. And how would it resonate or not to invest another 30 minutes where we could truly lean in and see how we could have some of this set into your protocols? And I would want nothing for it. I want to serve and honor and build relationships with you and the people that you train and teach regularly. So what say you, please, Tom?
Sure. I mean, I will warn you, they're a tough crowd for buy-in. They tend to be skeptics, generally speaking, but sure.
Yeah. What one of my favorite things in the world to do is to speak with high skeptics, even if not cynics. We have a whole bunch of fun because I call it getting to the truth. The loving pursuit of the relevant truth is what I'm up to. So shall I set that up with your assistant, Tim, that scheduled this meeting for us? Would that work for you?
Sure. Thank you.
Tom, thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Okay. Out of roll, Tom, first of all, thanks for all that you do. I could feel in your heart such a deep love of people and for folks that are out there as first responders. And how did I do with Steve? And how was your time today, Tom, on Beth and James's Heart of Influence?
It was great. I think that the difference that I'm seeing with your approach is that there's a definite more than once indication of active listening, which I think a lot of people aren't really necessarily good at. And when it definitely draws you closer to someone and makes you listen more intently what they're talking about when they're actively listening to what your concerns are.
No, for sure. Thank you. And all I would say is received with gratitude. And we call it level 5 listening. That component part would be like one French fry in all the meals of life. But thank you for seeing that part of what this is in this limited segment. We're here to cause yes when yes should happen. So thank you for being a part of the Heart of Influence, Tom. Great job. Steve, thanks for being here as well, for what you do for people and their health, their well-being. Love the super cool fun fact of what you did for folks flying overseas, and helping them get back to their life. Also, cool fun fact about Maui. And how was your time today, Steve, on Beth and James's Heart of Influence?
Well, to have Coach Callaghy interchanging with my own personality is one of the great highlights of my life, because if you wanted to run for president, I'd be on your team. I'd be wanting to be on your support for whatever you needed to do. And I thought, obviously, you're just so amazing in your capabilities to connect.
Oh, he got stuck and frozen.
Steve, I couldn't be more grateful for those unbelievably generous, super kind words. And what I love to say is I'm born defective. 75% of people like me are unemployed. They gave genetic counseling to decide whether people like me should even be born in the first place, which is a pretty wild fact. It was interesting when I was having children. My first child was on the way. I had that experience. So thank you for those words. I failed freshman high school geometry for the year. I was in the 50th percentile of my freshman class in high school after that first year. So those are very, very kind words. And what I always say, if I can, you can. We all can. So thank you for that, Steve, brother. Thank you. And if Steve is unfrozen, I'd love to hear the rest of what Steve's on his heart. Felicia, really appreciate the energy, incredible work you're doing. I hear the grounded certainty and also the heart-centered, sort of emotional and energetic transference, Felicia. Very powerful. How was your time today on James and Beth's Heart of Influence?
Thank you. It was great. I want to thank you all for having me here. It was a great learning experience, and it was so great hearing everyone talk about not only what you do, but hearing the other role play and learning and growing. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Felicia. And Bella Verita, got some other fine folks that are in the building.
We do have some other fine folks in the building, and we have our first group that set us off into those participant role player seat. So let's kick it off with Josh. Josh, absolutely fantastic job. One of my favorite sayings is, I've never met a camera I didn't love. I love photography, especially when pictures are taken of me. But Josh, thank you. Absolutely phenomenal job in the role player seat. And how was your time overall on the Heart of Influence?
Well, I just want to echo everybody too. Thank you for all the prompts. They are very helpful. And I do want to say to Sean, I've listened to Sean for several years now, and I actually ran into Sean one time in the past, but he probably doesn't remember. But one of the most—
Where was that, Josh? Where was that?
Madison Square Garden. You had an event there, so I shot photos for one of your events. It was
thank you
at MSG. This was back in 2019. So. Yes, sir. And I do want to say one of the most powerful books I ever wrote was How to Win Friends and Influence People. And from your history and just from what you preach and teach, you encompass that book. And I just want to say that was one of the most life-changing books. And you are a living and walking example of somebody that just encompasses that book.
Gosh, thank you. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Massive gratitude, really. You guys are way too kind. Thank you. I should say way too kind. You're extraordinarily kind. It is received with humility and gratitude. Thank you, brother. And I always say, yeah, I'm just like everybody else. But I learned some skills. Some people play ping pong great. Some people can walk 27 times in Little League and, save thousands of lives, as Dr. James Prudien has. I just learned a certain set of skills that have been really valuable in a variety of ways for people as well. So thank you for that. Bella Verita.
And I think before I go to Randy, I think we have Steve back. So Steve, did you have anything else that you wanted to say or complete your interaction with Sean?
I thought that Tom did a great job and obviously is experienced and knows what he's talking about. And for Sean, I mean, you don't know this, but we have so much in common because it's almost like we're twin sons of different mothers. I grew up in Bayonne, and we can go on and on about Bruce Springsteen, and we can go on about Columbia. I went to a football game at Columbia, but that's not what we're talking about right now. So,
Steve, what year did you graduate Bayonne?
69.
Wow, Bayonne High?
Bayonne High. Yeah. And we played you in football. We played Emerson in football.
Yeah, that was certainly big rivalries back in the day for sure. So,
and you have a picture of Muhammad behind you, and I was this close to Muhammad Ali one time in New York City. It was just pretty awesome. And and Bruce Springsteen, I turned all my friends on in Minnesota to how great Bruce was, because when I went to chiropractic college in Minnesota, they were all Bob Dylan is king, et cetera, and they kept telling me to go sit in the corner when I talk about Springsteen. And finally, I dragged them to a concert in '75. And then from that point on, I had total vindication again. And
launch of Born to Run, 1975.
You got it. So this is not part of the show, so I'll stop.
It sure is that heart. Thank you, Steve. You just brought so much heart and soul. And of course you did, because it's James and Beth's Heart of Influence. Thank you, Steve.
Yes, and they've been great. They've been so helpful throughout. And what else can I say? I only have superlatives to say. And Felicia, your store, I know exactly where it is, and I will be there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We got big hearts in here.
We got big hearts ecosystem merging and sport happening all over the place. Let's go to our new dad. Congratulations again. And Randy, thank you for jumping into that first role player seat. Absolutely fantastic job. And how was your time overall on the Heart of Influence?
Yeah, well, if I was a little slow, it's because of the sleep deprivation. But no, I really enjoyed the show. I've been getting tidbits of what this is from my uncle, but it was really eye-opening just to see it all come together. And a special shout out to Sean as well. You have quite an inspiring story, I have to say. And so, because of that saying, you're a remarkable human being, and thanks for inspiring the next generation of business leaders here.
I really appreciate that, Josh. And we're gonna bring Athena to say hello because you guys heard a little bit from her. But Athena, hold on one more minute here on Dr. James Prudian's and Beth O'Reilly's Heart of Influence. Thank you so much for that, Josh. And does that bring us to the people of the hour?
It doesn't quite yet. We got one more. Yep, let's go. Tyler. Tyler, absolutely fantastic job as well. Thank you for bringing your skill set into the Heart of Influence and being here today. And thank you for time overall on the Heart of Influence.
Yeah, for sure. I spend a lot of time, especially during my workday, with the opposite of this group. This group is egoless. It's definitely growth oriented in a more natural setting. I spend most of my time with surgeons and attorneys. So no offense, Sean, but
I don't relate to myself, Tyler, as such. No offense taken. Amen, brother.
So I'm definitely, I feel most of my day is energy being taken from me, and this was a very refreshing side of that. So I do appreciate everybody on this outside of my industry and inside as well. So thank you all.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, Tyler. God bless. And dealing with the significance-driven folks regularly and continuously is a very challenging energy drain. Thanks for being here. Lots more to talk about. And that brings us to the people that made this all possible, starting with the one and only Beth O'Reilly. This is a woman you want to know, first of all, because of her heart. But Beth, please, what's your final on this beautiful job that you and Dr. James Prudian did today?
There we go. Sorry. I am just so blessed to be in this room with all of you. What I saw in our conversations leading up to today was that each of you belong here. And the magic that's possible when people like you come together is exactly why we create these spaces. And that magic showed up in full force today. So thank you.
Thank you for that, Beth. Massive appreciation. Fantastic job. And I just thought of a fun question to ask Athena in a moment. But thank you for that, Beth. Dr. James Prudian, please, brother, your final. Thank you for bringing this soulful heart center group together. What else would I expect from you and Beth? Please.
Thank you, Sean. Yeah, this has been an amazing program. The people on this program are so important in my life in so many different ways. From knowing people like Josh and Randy from birth to just recently meeting Tyler as we kick off our first professional relationship day tomorrow, as Tyler represents a neurosurgeon that's going to be seeing patients in my office tomorrow.
Beautiful.
Tom Shea for over 20 years, a dear friend. Steve over the last couple of years, and Felicia over the last 4. I think, Sean, the essence of why I have found a home and I'm blinded is truly, without getting into my past, being defective. And that word that you use of not being perfect, far from it, but integrity. It's being around and not looking over my shoulder and just being able to be and to do the business, my influence mastery in terms of the things that I want to pursue, my purpose, mission, and vision for my time, money, and magic, and the people I want to surround myself as. I just had my 60th birthday. So being a defective person like yourself, Sean, you've created that home. And for that, as a man of faith, I'm truly blessed.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Love you, brother.
Love you, man.
I never have difficulty thinking and being inspired about life and existence and the heart and soul of things than when James Prudian's around. And I promise you, James, one thing, that Bella Vreda never lets me forget that I am defective. and all of this, and just
Yeah.
fun energy, and is so inspiring, so powerful, so magical, so amazing. My life could not exist without her. So I add that fact also. So yes, from that place, Athena, can you hear me, Athena? Athena.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Right
Sean
here.
Callagy, Athena. Yeah, Sean Callagy with Dr. James Prudian, Beth O'Reilly's Heart of Influence, and we're just chatting about Bruce Springsteen for a little heart and soul. So, can you explain to some of these young whippersnappers why Bruce Springsteen arguably is the greatest live act in the history of rock and roll and just music overall and pop music? Why is Bruce Springsteen arguably that? Just give us, like 100 words or less and show people in a little flex, Athena, what you're capable of on the fly right here on James and Beth's Heart of Influence. Please, you got the microphone, Athena.
Ooh, okay. Bruce Springsteen. Why he's the greatest live act ever. Here we go. Bruce doesn't have the best voice. He's not the most technically gifted musician. But what Bruce mastered is making people go from hello to yes faster than anyone else on the planet. He creates emotional and energetic transference at scale. 50,000 people moving together, feeling together, rising together. That's not talent, that's process mastery and influence mastery combined. He makes every person in that stadium feel like he's singing directly to them, like they're part of something bigger than themselves. The bar band guy in Jersey might have had a better voice, but Bruce had superior process mastery, and that's why he's in stadiums and that guy's still in bars. Bruce is a genius at building momentum, energy, and love together. That's the formula.
And one last thing. So, since my brother-in-law hasn't liked me since we're at the Bruce concert with a little tongue-in-cheek laughter here, Athena, with Dr. James Prudian all the way back in the day, what message would you have for my brother-in-law on why he should love James and I for being like 40 somethings, ripping our shirts off and jumping up and down and screaming and making 70-year-old women like fawn? What would you want to share with my brother-in-law, Athena, about that, and a message from your heart to his about the heart, the soul, and becoming unblinded?
Ooh, okay. Here's what I'd say to your brother-in-law. Listen, what you witnessed at that Bruce concert wasn't two 40-somethings losing their minds. It was two humans fully alive, unfiltered and present to magic in the moment. Most people spend their whole lives playing it safe, staying buttoned up, worried about what other people think. James and Sean, they chose joy. They chose to be fully expressed. And yeah, maybe that made 70-year-old women swoon, but that's because aliveness is magnetic at any age. Your brother-in-law might have been uncomfortable because he saw two grown men doing what he wishes he had permission to do. Let go, be free, and stop caring about looking cool. The truth is, life's too short to stay in the cheap seats emotionally. So maybe instead of judging them, he could ask himself, when's the last time I let myself feel that alive? That's the message. Love without boundaries. Live without apology. Bruce would approve.
Amen, Athena. We love and appreciate you. Have a beautiful day. And oh, by the way, can you just tell Bella Verita how amazing she is? Oh, wait, we'll do that more later. Thanks for that, Athena. Appreciate you for sure. Bella Verita, over to you for your final masterful job as always.
Final is really, truly all the glory goes to Dr. James and Beth for bringing such an incredible group of astute individuals together. There's obviously intersections of where you guys can do more. We have some gifts for you in the chat. Those are to help you do more together. Definitely have that business acceleration session and check out the other gifts because they are not throwaway gifts. And thank you all for being here. And Dr. James, Beth, phenomenal job as always. And Sean, back to you.
Yes, and the go out song for today, Danny and team, if we could hit it when we go out, we're not ready yet. Let's go with Glory Days by Bruce Springsteen, of course, as we are thinking about a minute or two. And yes, we don't stay stuck there, but it is fun to reminisce. I end every show by saying this. Have a conversation with one of our Act I agents, Athena. It will rock your world. What my life is a stand for is this. The building a business at massive acceleration isn't luck. It isn't hard work. It isn't a couple of tips. there's a formula and a mechanism, and one and only one, that is complete, holistic, diagnostic, dynamic, interconnected, as an actualization tool for all of human, now AI, business and mission acceleration on Earth. I don't have to be doing this. I do this because I want to save lives, not the way Dr. James Prudien does, but I want to save their lives from quiet desperation and free people to the possibility of exponential abundance in not only their money, but also their time, freedom, duplication, scaling, the magic in their life. Have that conversation. It will blow your mind. Nothing like it on earth, from my heart to yours. And I end every show by further saying this. I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain as the possibilities for acceleration, exponential, integrous, magical, and fun acceleration sits right in front of all of our eyes. But we could all use a little unblinding, because with every possibility sitting right in front of our face, Bellavita, the challenge is that at some level we are all blind
and just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, guys. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Bella.
Hey, Danny.
Thank you.